Hello, students. Welcome to your first class on power system protection. To begin with, let me give a small introduction on your syllabus. So, this subject, power system protection, in this you have to learn about the all different protection schemes provided for protection of power system, different protection schemes, then different equipments which are involved for the protection of power system. As you know, power system mainly consists of transformer, generator, then different breakers. So and transmission lines. Now to provide protection, we have got different schemes. So you have to understand different schemes in this. Then you have to learn different types of circuit breakers for breaking of circuit, their mechanism, their construction, then their operating parameters. Then you have to learn different types of relays employed for the protection. Then different types of switches, different types of earthings, uh, then different types of faults. Okay, so all this, everything that happens in power system, you have to understand, and how to provide protection for this power system equipments you have to learn into this subject. Okay, with this we'll start our module 1, introduction to power system protection. Okay, before going for different protection schemes, I want you to understand why do we need this protective system, why to go for this protective system. As you can see, a power system consists of generators, transformers, transmission and distribution line. Mainly it consists of generator, transformer, and to transfer the power we require transmission lines. Okay. Then short circuit and abnormal condition often occur in power system. As you can see, especially in this coastal area, the rainfall will be very heavy. So because of this, many abnormal conditions you can expect, right? As the thunders will be there, right? Then lightning is very severe as the rainfall is with the heavy rainfall. So lightning, all these natural calamities will are severe into these coastal areas, right? Then short circuits can happen because of heavy rains, trees falling down on the transmission line breaking down. It's an open circuit. Now conductors will open, it's a fault. If a conductor comes in contact with another live conductor, then it becomes short circuit, right? So all this keeps on happening. Then heavy current due to short circuit will cause damage to electrical equipment if suitable protective relays and circuit breakers are not provided for protection of each section. So here, so so whenever a short circuit happens, so this will draw a large amount of current. So this large amount of current will damage your equipment because your equipment will have a certain limit to carry current. So when that current exceeds the limit of that particular equipment, that particular cable or wire, then it will damage. When there is a short circuit, this large current will damage your equipment, your conductor, your wire or cable, because as rise in temperature will cause as rise in current will cause rise in temperature. So this rise in temperature will cause your insulation to damage, it will cause your insulation to fail. So once the insulation fails, then conductors come in contact and it will become a short circuit. So this is how the short circuits happen, and it is very harmful for our power system equipments. So this is why you need to provide protection for your power system equipments, that are generator, transformer and transmission lines. For this equipment, for these things, you require to provide protection. Okay. The nature of faults. So Nature of faults, insulation failure. So as I mentioned, when does this insulation fail? So for insulation to fail, a rise in temperature should happen, and this rise in temperature will happen only when there is a fault, when there is a short circuit, when there is a heavy current, large current. So this large current will increase your current density. So as current density increases, temperature will increase. So when temperature increases, your insulation will fail. Okay. Next, conducting path failure. When a conductor opens, when a conductor breaks down, the conducting path will not remain there, right? It will break down. So it will fail. Next, you can see over voltage due to lightning or switching surges. Over voltage means a voltage above the normal value. Voltage above the normal value means when, like, our equipments run with 230 volts single phase, right? 430 volt three phase. So these are the normal voltages. When this voltage exceeds, then we call it as over voltage. Okay. When does it happen? It happens when there is lightning or surging voltages, heavy switching surges, sorry. Lightning will cause over voltage. As you know, lightning will have uh, a very high voltage. So with this high voltage, when it strikes any electrical body, electrical conducting body, so this lightning will be conducted to that electrical body, and it will damage your equipment because of this high voltage. Okay. Switching surges means, so this switching means on and off, turning on, turning off, turning on a load, turning off a load. Okay. During this switching, during this on and off period, suddenly if you turn off a heavy load, a rise in voltage will take place. Suddenly, if the big feeder is turned off, or a big load or a big line which was carrying a big load, if it is suddenly switched off, turned off, a rise in voltage will happen. So suddenly it will rise for short time, for short time. But this is called as switching surges. So such things are there. Further, we'll still discuss such topics in detail. Okay. Then we have puncturing or breaking of insulators. Puncturing, as you have your vehicles get punctured, your tire, vehicle tire, like that. So puncture of insulation happens. Again, various factors are there. Uh, Short circuits, heavy over voltages, and even during some at the time of operating, or at the time of installation, at the time of installation also puncturing may happen, right? Then failure of conducting path due to broken conductors. When a conductor breaks down, the conducting path also breaks down. So it's completely failure of the circuit. Next, we have birds also may cause overhead line fault. Yes, birds will come in contact with our live conductors. So whenever it happens, it may cause a fault. It may cause a fault. So many a times you might have seen birds sitting on the transmission lines without any harm, right? But sometimes you have seen hanging, birds hanging on transmission line, right? There is a difference. When they get shocked, they die, and they become a path for short circuit. Whenever they become a path for short circuit, they burn themselves, and they will hang there. This is what you have seen. Then we have failure of solid insulation due to aging. As the age goes on increasing, the insulation strength goes on decreasing. So as the strength decreases, for very little increase in temperature, the insulation will break down. It will fail. With temperature, heat, moisture can cause a fault, over voltage, and some accidental contact with earth or earth surfaces, etc., etc. Okay. So let me continue in my next video for the next slide. Okay, I don't want to make my classes very lengthy, that is why. Okay, thank you.